Benny the Bear's Big Adventure. Once upon a time, in a cozy cave nestled at the edge of a dense, magical forest, there lived a young bear named Benny. Benny was a curious little bear who loved to explore the world around him. He would often sit at the entrance of his cave, gazing at the tall, towering trees and the sparkling stream that wound its way through the forest. One morning, as the sun was just beginning to rise, Benny decided it was the perfect day for an adventure. With a twinkle in his eye and a bounce in his step, he set off into the forest, eager to discover what lay beyond the familiar trees of his home. As Benny wandered deeper into the forest, he soon encountered a wise old owl perched on a high tree branch. The owl looked down at Benny with kind, knowing eyes. "Good morning, young bear," the owl hooted softly. "Where are you off to on this fine day?" Benny looked up and smiled. "I'm on an adventure. I want to see all the wonderful things in the forest and learn about the animals that live here." The owl nodded approvingly and offered Benny some wisdom. "The forest is full of wonders, but remember to always be respectful of nature and its creatures. Each one has a special role to play." As Benny continued on his journey, he came across a chatty squirrel holding a large acorn. The squirrel was busy gathering food for the upcoming winter but stopped to talk to Benny. "Hello there. Are you new to this part of the forest?" the squirrel asked, nibbling on his acorn. Benny nodded eagerly. "Yes, I'm exploring today. What are you doing?" The squirrel grinned and explained, "I'm collecting acorns to store for the winter. It's important to prepare early, you know." Benny watched in amazement as the squirrel quickly scampered up a tree, disappearing into the branches. Further along, Benny heard the sound of rushing water and followed it to a small dam where a busy beaver was hard at work. The beaver was building his home, carefully placing sticks and mud to create a strong, sturdy dam. "Hello, Mr. Beaver," Benny called out. "What are you doing?" The beaver looked up from his work and smiled. "I'm building a dam to protect my home from the stream. It's a lot of work, but it keeps my family safe and warm." Benny admired the beaver's dedication and thought about how every animal had something important to do. As the day went on, Benny found himself in a part of the forest he had never seen before. The trees were taller, the streams wider, and Benny began to feel a little lost. The excitement of his adventure started to fade as he realized he didn't know how to get back home. Just as Benny was starting to worry, he spotted a wise old bear standing proudly in the distance. The old bear had seen many adventures in his time and knew the forest better than anyone. "Are you lost, young one?" the old bear asked with a gentle smile. Benny nodded shyly. "I think I wandered too far. I don't know how to get back home." The old bear chuckled and placed a comforting paw on Benny's shoulder. "It's okay, little one. Every adventurer gets lost sometimes. But you can always find your way back by looking at the sun during the day and the stars at night." The old bear showed Benny how to use the position of the sun to find his way, and together, they started the journey back home. As the sun began to set, casting a warm orange and pink glow over the forest, Benny and the old bear arrived at Benny's cave. Benny was tired but happy, filled with new knowledge and wonderful stories to share with his family. That night, as Benny snuggled up in his cozy cave, he realized that while exploring the world was fun, home was where he felt happiest. And as he drifted off to sleep, Benny dreamed of all the adventures he would have when he was older, knowing that no matter where he went, he would always find his way back home.